Buckle up. It's the Insurance Dudes podcast.
And then he froze. Oh, there we go.
Yep.
Well,
I don't know
this is
what
going to be a
happened.
good one.
This is going to be a good one.
Craig, who do we have today?
We have Avdhesh Saxena.
Yep, you got it.
I got it.
You got it.
Got it. Well,
Craig
we're super-
practiced that for about 15 minutes prior to starting. I might be over-exaggerating, but
Well,
he did.
I did go to the bathroom for about 15 minutes. So, welcome to the Insurance Dudes.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
It is an honor to have you on the show, and we are going to start with the original Speed Breakers. Are you ready?
Speed.
Yes, I am.
I think you should do that the whole time, Mr. Jason.
Just whisper weird stuff.
Speed Breakers, Speed Breakers, Speed Breakers. Cue up the Jeopardy music. Did you see that Aaron Rodgers was hosting Jeopardy? That was pretty cool.
No, I did not. I don't even know who that is.
Jeopardy?
No, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah. You don't know sports. He's a famous golfer.
Oh, I know who Fred Rogers is, and that would have been really cool.
He's
but
not a famous
not
golfer. All right, here we go. Speed Breaker starts now. Have you ever had a mullet?
No.
No?
No.
First crush?
I'll pass that.
Pass. Most embarrassing thing your mom ever caught you doing?
It's bunking school.
Bunking school.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
Fastest speed ever driven? Don't say 45.
I'll say 80, 90.
80, 90. All right, we'll take 90 is your final answer. Favorite cereal?
Favorite serial? I like Game of Thrones. I think that's best.
Yeah. How many kids
I have to.
have you made cry? Please wait.
Oh,
for
no.
Oh no.
that. Oh, no. Lots. Count Chocula or Count Dracula?
Dracula?
Dracula.
Ooh, nice.
Fastest mile?
9 minutes.
9 minutes.
Nice.
Like it. So if you're breaking 10, you're beating like 90% of the population. Favorite flavor?
My favorite flavor is Butter Crunch.
Butter Crunch. I like how everybody assumes it's ice cream. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Dogs. You know what? We turn it off if somebody says cats. Tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
That's right. Yes. Correct. Favorite video game?
So right now my kid play Minecraft a lot. So I'll say that.
Oh, yeah, I went through that. He doesn't play that anymore. Now it's all shooting people. And Trump or Biden?
That also I'll have to pass. It's
Pass.
Like
He is a gentleman and a scholar.
And Avdhesh,
yeah.
Let's go into what was your first concert that you ever went to?
So it was in India. So, I think you'll not know about it, but it was in India. One of the Indian singer.
Yeah. So, who?
So it's like, we have a festival which happens around Navratri. So they have certain singers like Falguni Pathak and those kind of singers who come and perform and you dance with them. So yeah, that's one of the first concert, I'll say.
Did you dance?
Yes, definitely. That's
you did.
The fun part.
How many different ladies were you dancing with?
I mean, there are hundreds of them. You dance around circle with them.
Avdhesh, no, you didn't.
Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. Awesome. Well, so all the way back to the festival in India, how did you end up serving the insurance world?
So I completed my engineering and then I worked in technology for a year and a half. And then I did my MBA from one of the top business school in India. And I specialized in finance and IT. And then I ended up working with a company, which wanted me to focus on the insurance part of it. And since then, I'm mainly in insurance, helping these large insurance companies solving their business problem using technology-based solution. So I worked in Japan and then I moved to US. And for almost last 15 years, that's what I've been doing. Then 2-3 years back, I saw Facebook post that there was an idea generation workshop happening here in Insurtech Hartford. So I thought, why not? Let's see what they are doing. I'm part of insurance and technology. And so we talked about chatbots and, how they can be used. And people talked about Lemonade, their success. And we thought that it is something which will be good for insurance agents. And then there was a hackathon also, which happened over the weekend. And I created a prototype, and few insurance agents, they liked it. They started using it. And that's how I got involved with insurance agency side of it. And since then, I've personally met hundreds of them, and thousands of insurance agents are part of our network.
Oh.
We do a lot of SEO. So if you Google for best chatbot for insurance agency, you'll find us as the first result.
Ooh.
And then, after interacting with so many folks, and what I realized was that there are certain agencies who are very successful. They have built big business, book of business. They are living a lavish lifestyle. And there
like
are certain Insurtech. Definitely, both of you are among them. And then there are a lot of Insurtech startups which have become even $1 billion companies in last 5 to 8 years. So, and on the other side, you'll see a lot of agents, they are struggling. A lot of them won't survive beyond first 2 years. So I wanted to figure out what works and what does not work. So I thought, why not interview all these successful agents who are working for 10, 20, 30 years. Some of them are having agency for 3 generations. And then why not talk to these thought leaders who are working with these Insurtech startups? And some of them work with a lot of big agencies. So I did that. I interviewed and have collated that information in this book called Friendly Agent.
Oh.
And I'm trying to share this knowledge so that, people who are entering new or even who are established, right, they don't spend 5, 10 years figuring things out themselves. There is something for them to take inspiration from, learn from people who have already gone through this and what's happening today. They can take. So, yep.
I love it.
Yeah, that must have been very, that probably took a lot of time to interview 30 agents. What are some of the takeaways from that book? What did you learn from just interviewing the agencies outside the book through the whole process of doing that? What did you learn about insurance through that experience?
About insurance, I'll talk about few things. So one thing which I learned is that, most of these successful agents, they have some similar characteristics. So one thing you'll see is they focus a lot on relationship building. These guys, they have good relationship, and customers will sometimes stay with them for 30, 40 years and even multiple generations. So, somebody's child will work with the agent's son. And I work with, and my insurance is also with one of such agency. Now, this is one thing which I observe. Relationship is very important. And that's what many people, they don't focus on when they're starting or, focusing only on getting a client or the cheapest insurance possible. But that's one thing which I see in them. Second thing is, a lot of these agents or agencies, they're growth minded. So, you'll see that Mike Stromso has 3 mentors he works with for different things. And, they're always ahead of the curve. When things are changing, they change their strategy according to it. So, 5, 6 years back, some of these agencies were advertising on, say, paper or television, but then they stopped doing it. They moved to social media, Facebook, Instagram, those kind of things.
Yeah.
So the agility of the agents really helps serve them.
Correct. Yep.
I like it.
But only few, huh? It seems like in this vertical, and I'd love to get your take on that, the insurance world moves fairly slow when it comes to technology.
Sure. So, but that is changing a lot in last 5 years, which you might have seen.
Yeah, with all the Insurtech, sure.
Correct. Yep. So, see, although insurance moves slow, but a lot of things around you or us are moving very fast. So, 10 years back, it was very easy to rank on Google. 5, 8 years back, it was easy to use Facebook, Instagram. But things are, from advertising perspective, changing very rapidly.
Yeah.
And if someone is still only focusing on one thing which worked 20 years back, then they're at a disadvantage. So that's what, one has to be careful. Though insurance technology is moving slowly from carrier perspective, you still have a lot of those issues. But customers have moved very fast ahead. So, yeah.
As the younger customers come in, that grew up with an iPad in their hand, and then you have now agents coming in who grew up with an iPad in their hand. The world is beginning, even in this industry, to evolve. Where do you see the agent force in 5 years, in 10 years? Will there be agents? You brought up Lemonade earlier.
Definitely. So that's what I wanted to clear the myth. So here's the thing. You might have seen a lot of tax preparation softwares are there for years, but still people use CPAs. I use a CPA, I'm from technology and I understand finance. Still, I use a CPA to do my taxes because they bring certain amount of knowledge and they help me in saving time. And same thing is value which insurance agents are providing. They have this depth of knowledge, sometime, in a particular line of business, which you cannot easily get.
Yeah.
Plus, they're saving you time, in getting insurance, educating you, and in fact, protecting you. So definitely, if you want to be safe in this world, you want to protect your money, anything can go wrong. Instead of going online and figuring it yourself, definitely having an agent can all help. So that's one thing. Second thing.
Could I stop you there, though? Sure. I'd like to pick up on that. So definitely. It's interesting because some of the big direct carriers, we won't name any names, they throw around terms like 15%, but we won't name any names. So some of these carriers are pushing and spending a lot, billions of dollars on marketing dollars on their marketing campaigns to create the perception that insurance is a commodity, right? That there isn't value in having the agent. And I, obviously being an agent myself, agree with you that there's value in the agent, value in the agency, in having that personalized touch. How does that message get carried forward when there's so much ad spend and marketing dollars going against that message?
So, there are a few things which we have to take into consideration here. So first is, you're right, that certain line of business, they are getting commoditized. But still, if you look, more than 75% of PNC side, this auto insurance is sold by insurance agents, and more than 90% of life insurance. Now, what agents can do is, and that's one thing which I inferred is, that, they can niche down on certain areas where they specialize. Their customers are coming in, they can look at their book of business. And if they focus on that thing, then they will beat any big marketing campaign by having that focus. So, so Ryan Deed, he has shared certain things that he has one customer whose average revenue per policy is $250,000. And that agency has 300 such customers. So that kind of agency, you build in a different way.
Sure.
You focus on market, you hire certain kind of people and all. And if you're trying to build an agency, which is say, $100, $200 per customer kind of a revenue, then you operate in a different way. But again, you can niche down there as well.
So could you talk a little bit about that? Because I think that, yes, I totally get the boutique agencies that have specialized in that $250,000 client, but then you have a tremendous amount of the agency force is PNC, right? So it's home, auto, and life. That's the flagship of those carriers that the agents are part of, those especially captive agents. What is the outlook for them?
So again, that thing, different agencies are conquering in a different way. So one thing is, some agencies, what they do is, so for example, if you look, Chris Paradiso, he rules his area. He lives in Stafford, Connecticut. He has a Flag Day celebration every year where he will serve free food. He will distribute free T-shirts. Everyone in town will come for that event. Everybody knows Chris. And almost everyone in that town, when they have insurance need, they go to that guy. So what he is doing is, he is ruling that geography. And for any big player to even use ads or bombard with anything, it's difficult for them to compete. That's one thing. Second thing, again, I'll take same example. What he has done is, he has opened a separate department for one particular area. It's like, FedEx contractor related insurance. He found that this is something. He went to a carrier, he got a special deal with them, and he has special folks hired to sell this thing, which is, so, multiple ways people are targeting. And I'll just take a pause. Did I answer your question a little bit, or, I can go more details if you need. Does it make sense?
Yeah. It does. But then I'm going down the rabbit hole a little bit.
Sure.
Because a lot of our audience is captive agents, right? So like your
Sure.
farmers or your state farms or some other companies. How can somebody in that, and I guess you can differentiate, be the dude in that area. But if you're not the dude in that area and you're coming in, do you have a chance?
Again, right? So say same thing which you mentioned. If you're say targeting even automobile like PNC, like car insurance, right? There also you can focus on say insurance where parents with teenage kids are looking for an insurance. That's a specialized niche and nobody's targeting it. Every year I see when kids are going to college, hundreds of people will post on Facebook that how do you get it? My premiums are rising and this, that. So you can have a niche where you're marketing, having specific ad campaign targeting that category of people, providing that value. And people will come to you if you're known for that. They will not go to some company which is spending millions of dollars and saying, hey, combine your car and auto and save. That message will not resonate with anybody. But if you are coming and saying that, hey, I will insure your 2 teenage kids and make sure you get the right coverage and everything, that will resonate with a good number of people and you can dominate that as well.
I like that. We had a recent talk with a guy named Nick Ayers, who's really, really bright-minded on the marketing side and niching from that aspect, because I think agents come in and they want to help everybody. I don't want to pass up any business, but sometimes by going so broad, you end up not doing as well as if you just niched and really focused on one specific demographic. It's not only easier for targeting, right? But and getting clear on that avatar, you can really, really target down and serve that niche. I love it.
Sure. And one more thing I just want to point out, if you look at some of these insurtechs, right, what they have done is they have made a $1 billion company by focusing on a niche. So see, Hippo, it came through the home insurance side. Health IQ, you might have heard, it's focusing on life insurance for people who are kind of fit. That's their marketing message. And, they all started as a insurance agency or a brokerage. So, I mean, similar kind of a formula, even, agencies who are either established or starting out, they can use to, scale up.
Love it. I want to dive a little bit into AI because I know your chatbot.
To be continue.
Hey, Jason.
Yes, Mr. Craig.
That was another awesome episode, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if people want to get a little bit more action and learn how to write 100,000 in premium off of even the worst internet leads, where could they go?
They can go to live.teledudes.com.
Ooh, that sounds exciting. Are we going to be there?
Yes, it's a weekly call that we're doing right now. It's live and it will show you the process. The entire process is super awesome.
I love it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sign up right now. Live.teledudes.com.
Live.teledudes.com. That's live.teledudes.com.
Hey, Craig, there's a new community that we are starting that I cannot wait to tell everybody about. It is our live texting community where you and I are going to answer people's questions and give them free content, right?
Are you kidding me? We get to talk to them?
Yeah, which is awesome, but they have to opt in. They have to text us at 520-214-2219. That's 520-214-2219.
Nice.
Craig, are you going to respond to these texts?
I'm going to respond to them for sure. Live.
I'm into it too. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be our new texting community where we're going to get back to everybody that we can and drop some crazy content, free content, and free the calculator that you just came up with. That's right. The calling calculator, sales material. I mean, everything for insurance agents. This is it. It's the best texting community out there for insurance agents.
Well, what the heck is that number again? I can't remember it.
It's 520-214-2219. That's 520-214-2219.
I love it. I'm going to text it right now.
520-214-2219.
All right. I'll see you later, Mr. Jason.
Bye, Mr. Craig.
Wait, do they even listen to this on the radio anymore?
I love it. I love it.
Nice.
All right.